Right, guys, a warm welcome to the channel. And today we are going to do the World Cup 2023 game between Japan and Chile. It's an historic day for Chilean rugby as they make their debut in a World Cup. We're looking forward to a really good clash between these two sides, and we haven't seen an upset yet in this Rugby World Cup. Will today's game be that upset that we are looking for? We're going to have to wait and see in just a short bit what they can conjure up. But at this stage, I'm thinking a Japan victory by at least 35 points, which I'm going for. I think Japan is going to come out firing and really play a really good game. We are quickly going to go through the team lineups just for you guys to see. So let's put up the team lineups here quickly, and this is the team lineups for Japan. So in the back three, we've got Samesi, Masarewa, Katora, Matsushima, as well as Joe Nakabula in the back three. So that's going to be an interesting one. We know how good Matsushima can be, and Nakabula is a strong runner. Expect him to come out full force against this Chilean side. Really looking forward to what Masarewa, he's a veteran in this Japan side now, and he's really going to look to get a couple of tries himself today. In the midfield, we've got Dylan Riley and Roito Nakamura, two very good players there in the midfield for this Japan side, and expect them to really come out firing. I think it's going to be in the forwards where they're going to dominate, but watch out for this backline because they can be lethal at times as well, especially, like I said, Matsushima and Naikabula. The halfback pairing for the Japan side is Nagare and Matsuda, a very formidable and long-standing halfback combination for this Japan side. And against all expectations, I don't think that Chile will be able to match this backline today. We are going to go and have a look at the forwards for this Japan side, and I think this is where they will dominate this game as well. Starting with a loose trio, we've got Himeno, Shimokawa, and Leach in the back three division there. Three very good loose forwards there, led by Kazuki Himeno today, and not Michael Leach like in the previous World Cup, but quality all around in that loose trio. The lock combination of Amata Fakatawa and Jacko Nelson will be an interesting one. Very formidable lock combination. And in the front row combination of Inagaki Sakate and Jiwon Gu is going to be an interesting one. Definitely an area where Japan has worked on in the last couple of seasons. And I think I said it yesterday that with all the small teams, we have seen that they're getting dominated up front in that scrums, in that mauls, and that is where they eventually lose the game because they just can't keep up with the pressure from the forwards. If we go and have a look at the bench for Japan today, Shota Hori, Greg Miller, Ivalu, Warner Dean, Shota Fukai, Naito Saito, Tomaki Asoda, and Lumano Lameki. Some quality players there with Shota Hori, a very experienced player there for Japan. The guys like Lameki, who started the previous World Cup, will want to come back into the starting lineup. So they will want to impress the coaches as well today. So let's go and have a look at the newcomers of the Rugby World Cup. It's the backline of Chile, and it's going to be a great honor for them to play in this Rugby World Cup. We'll start with the back three, Ayarza, Videla, as well as Velarde. I might struggle with the names today, but let's see how it's going to go. But Ayarza, the likes of Videla and Velarde is very unknown to me. I haven't seen them play at all before. I haven't watched any of the highlights before. So for me, it's going to be a completely new experience doing commentary on this Chilean side. If we look at the midfield combination of Salvador and Garafulik, two very good quality midfielders I hear, and especially Matias Garafulik is one of the key players for this Chilean side. The halfback combination of Torrealba and Fernandez, they said they played really well in that qualifiers. We'll have to wait and see today to see how they match up against this Japan side. But really looking forward to this one. Like I say, it's historic for them, and great to have them at the Rugby World Cup. If we go and have a look at the forwards for Chile, the loose trio of Escobar, Martinez, and Segrin. Segrin is the captain of this Chilean side, and they will look to try and match the likes of Jimeno and Leach. And it's going to be a tough one for him to really match there. But they look ready and they look hungry. Let's see what they can pull it off. The lock combination of Javier Eichmann and Saavedra is going to be interesting to watch. And then the front row of Carrasco, Escobar, and Titas as well. Then looking at the bench of Chile, just real quickly, as the teams are now making their way onto the field. Augusto Bome, Luis, Gurugachi, Hueti, Pedrero, Silva, Carvalho, and Ignacio Larenas. So, like I say, a very unknown factor to me, and I think a very unknown factor to everybody watching this game as well today. We don't know what to expect from Chile, but I'm expecting a really good game, and hopefully they can keep up with the Japanese during the first half at least, and then build on and maybe cause a big upset here in the second half. Who knows? It's going to be a very interesting game, and looking forward to it as the two teams now making their way onto the field, walking out of the tunnel for this important game. And I personally can't wait for this one, and then the big one after this, where the Springboks take on the Scottish at 6 o'clock South African time. We will be doing the broadcast from 5 o'clock South African time as well, just a build up to that and having a look at the two team lineups and everything. But for now, it is Japan up against Chile, and it should be a really good game. This one, we haven't seen an upset in this competition, and hopefully today we will see that. Hopefully it's not going to be in the next game with the Springboks versus Scotland, because that will be a big blow to the World Cup campaign for both sides, really, who either loses that one. Japan and Chile here today. It's going to be an interesting encounter. Again, looking through that back line of Japan, Masarewa, Matsushima, Naikabula in the back, three very good runners. The experience of Masarewa, Matsushima came to life in 2019, and Naikabula, a very strong runner who can break through any defense at any given time. Dylan Riley and Nakamura in the midfield combination, and especially looking forward to see what Nakamura can do in that number 12 jersey today. The halfback combination of Matsuda and Nagare, a very formidable and long-standing relationship between the two players, and they should know exactly what to expect from each other in this game. So as far as consistency go, this Japan side should be right up there with the best of us. If you look at the forwards, Himeno, Shimokawa, and Leach, three very good loose forwards that can really dominate the breakdown at any given time. And then guys like Fakatawa and Cornelson, who should be too strong at line-out time for this Chile side. Jiwon-gu, Sakate, and Inagaki in that front row. They've also come a long way now, and this Japan side just screams that of experience and togetherness at this stage, because these guys have been coming together since 2019, and under the coaching staff of the coach who's also come from the previous World Cup. It's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to fare here. We haven't seen much of them since the World Cup. Yes, we've seen a couple of games against some of the Tier 1 nations, but nothing stands out from that. On the bench, Shota, Hori, Greg Miller, Ivalu, Warner Dean, Shota, Fukai, Nato, Saito, Asada, and Lemeki to just complete this side of them. Daniel van Rede van Oudtshoorn says, hi, how's it going, Daniel? Hope you're doing really well. And then Kale Hart has also become a new member on the YouTube channel, guys. So you can become a member on the channel by clicking on the join button, starting as low as 20 Rand. Thank you, Kale Hart. So going through this Chile side, which is very unknown to me, Aya Arza, Videla, and Velarde in the back three, with Domingo Saavedra and Matias Karafulik in the midfield. And then the halfback combination of Terrelba and Fernandez. Then looking at the forwards, we've got Escobar, Martinez, and Segrin, the loose trio, Eichmann and Clement Savadra in a lock combination with Carrasco, Escobar, and Titus forming the front row combination. It's going to be a tough day at the office for the commentary with these names. On the bench, we got Augusto Pome, Salvador Luis, Inaki, Guru Chava, Pablo Hueta, Santiago Pedrero, Ignacio Silva, Lucas Carvalho, and Jose Ignacio Larenas. So we'll have to wait and see how this commentary is going to go, but really looking forward to this one. And we've got about 42 people watching along. Thank you for the support, guys. You guys were absolutely brilliant yesterday in the 4 games that we did, and the one on Friday night, especially the opener, was incredible support. So don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to the channel as well to show your support. We're almost ready for kickoff to this game, and it's Japan up against Chile here in a big clash for them as well. Chile's first ever Rugby World Cup game. Japan will be looking to build from 2019's World Cup, and a great opportunity for them to really showcase what they're worth. I mean, I'm not convinced yet that they're a Tier 1 nation. They have been given Tier 1 status. So today they will have to play like a Tier 1 nation and really come out here and prove themselves to the world. I mean, it's been talks a long time that they might join the Rugby Championship. Who knows? If they perform really well at this Rugby World Cup, they might just get that door knocked down and find themselves in a Rugby Championship or some kind of elite competition in the future. But for Chile, it is all about new horizons. Their first ever World Cup. They've done really well to get here, and today it's an opportunity for them to really showcase what they're all about, and hopefully it will go better than against what the other team have done. So Namibia did beat them in a warm-up game just a couple of weeks ago. So if I have to mix and match them, they should be in a very similar position than the Namibian side. Stuart Wason says, thank you for the commentary, Meneer. Really appreciate it. No problem, Stuart. I really enjoy it. And as long as you guys are supporting, I will be there for good. So Chile will get this game underway for us real soon. It will be Fernandez to get this game underway for us. So a big moment here for them. Nick Berry is the referee, Carl Dickinson assisting him there. I couldn't just see who the other ones are. But here we go. It's the kickoff of this game between Japan and Chile. Well taken in there by Japan inside the 22. Nagare now waiting for it, the Stromov of Japan. He is going to go with the box kick over the top and an early chase here. But it's well taken and beautifully taken by Ayarza at the back, and Chile forms the maul now. Torrealba takes it in or sends it to the forwards right on halfway in the middle of the field. Torrealba now waiting for it. The forwards charging forward there. It's Escobar who took it up now. Torrealba again. Still on the halfway line is Chile. As Ayarza now waiting for it. It's taken in there by Eichmann, now driven back in a tackle towards the 10-meter line inside Chile's half. What can they do with this one? It's Torrealba who's going to go with the box kick over the top, and a chase now coming from Fidela, but well taken there by Japan just outside their own 22. Nagare now gets it out, and Nayabura kicks it downfield, and that's going to go directly into touch. So a line out all the way back for Chile, 5 meters outside of the 22. Well, not the start that they would have wanted. Naikabula kicking that one out directly into touch for Japan. So 5 meters out from the 22, it is Chile with an opportunity, and it's going to be Escobar to throw that ball in for Chile. Will we see some magic from them? Carrasco just letting Escobar know which way they're going to go. They find a number 4 jumper, Saavedra. Now Torrealba back on the inside. They go to Videla, and Videla still going up over the 22 now. Torrealba waiting for it, gets it out to Martinez. Good defense there from Japan. Right on the 22-meter line now, Torrealba gets it again. Is the number 4, Saavedra. Clement Saavedra took it in there now. Torrealba again. Now Hernandez on the loop around, but he gets man and ball driven back in a tackle towards between the 10 and the 22-meter line of Japan. A little chip kick over the top from Torrealba, but well read there by Naikabula, and he makes the mark inside the 22 for a free kick here to Japan. Well, it's all action at the moment. Eddie Keane says Japan 20, Chile 19. Now the kick downfield there from Masarewa is going to find touch roundabout on the halfway line. So a good clearance kick there from the veteran Semi Isi Masarewa, the fullback of Japan. Right, line out now, and it's going to be Escobar to throw this one in again for Chile now. Hopefully we'll see some magic from this Chilean side today. Escobar gets it out. Oh, it's stolen by Japan now, and a chance for them as they work it through the middle. There's numbers on the outside here as Matsushima gets the ball out to Leach. Brought down just over the 10-meter line of Chile now. Here they come again now. Through the forwards, but a knock-on from Japan. And a chance now for Chile to attack. It's Eichmann who takes it up. Torrealba waiting for it now. Gets it out to Ayarza, but Ayarza gets driven back, and the referee's going to call him back for the initial knock-on there. And, Japan looks a little bit out of sorts at the moment. Clinton Neal says, how's it, everyone? Watch out for this Japan side. Another dark horse looming. And then Marius Broodryk says, Japan, let's go. So I have Japan to win this game by at least 35 points. We'll see how that goes through the course of time. Again, a scrum down now to Chile. Masarewa, Matsushima, Riley, Nakamura, Naikabula, Matsushima, Nagara in the back line here for Japan. Forwards Himeno, Shimokawa, Leach, Fakatawa, Cornelson, Gi, Sagate, and Inagaki. How will this first scrum go? It's fed in by Torrealba for Chile, and the scrum holds perfectly fine here as it's picked up off the back there by Escobar now and driven forward by Chile now. All the way up to the halfway line they go. It's a good take there from Martinez. Now it comes out again. Hernandez now gets a long pass out, and a bit under pressure there is Saavedra. They get it back now, and a chance out wide. It is Yarza. Yarza into a gap. He's away. There's men aplenty here for him. Can I get the first try? Oh, he should have passed that ball. There was numbers on the inside, on the outside, and he tried to go on his own, and it knocked the ball on. Well. The referee might go upstairs here, but such a good opportunity goes away early on here for Ayarza, who broke through, got the pass back to Garafulik, and from there, a great run. But let's have a look and see what the TMO says. Greg says, good another day for rugby to be enjoyed. How's the voice today? Can't find any South African beer here, but got something from Czech. Hope that is not being a traitor. Not at all. So we are trying to look here to see what happened there. That ball wasn't knocked on. Hernandez could claim a try here. Well, interesting. We'll have to wait and see if there was a knock-on or not. The ball went forward, I think, out of the tackle on Torrealba. definitely went forward, I think. So, oh, the try's been awarded here, and Chile has got the first try of the game. Well, it's going to be Hernandez who gets the try, the fly off of Chile. And, well, after 5.5 minutes, it is, well, after 6 minutes, it's Chile who lead here by 5 points to 0. And it's Hernandez who claimed the try, Rodrigo Hernandez, or Fernandez, sorry. MJ Verwey says, this isn't the same Japan as 2019. They were poor against Fiji and Italy in August. And Eric Davison says, brilliant. What a breakout there from the fullback, Ayarza. And then the support play from Torrealba and Fernandez were brilliant. They kept going even after Nick Berry initially called for a knock-on there. Fernandez said, well, I'm still going to go and dot it down and see what happens. And he gets rewarded with a try, is Chile. So the conversion attempt now coming from Videla, the right winger of Chile. Can we see an upset here today? The conversion kick is beautiful and it's gone straight through. So 7 points to 0. It is Chile leading Japan here after about 7 minutes of play in this game. Brilliant stuff from Chile. Right, are we in for an upset? We've seen the Minnows or the Minos or whatever you call it score the opening tries of most of the games of this tournament. So let's see how this is going to go. Matsuda with the restart on. It's knocked on by Chile inside the 22. Japan now have it. And it's Nagare now who gets it out. Here's an opportunity if they move it through the forwards now. Still they come and still going is Japan now 10 meters out from the try line. Advantage, penalty advantage coming. Nagare gets it out. Into the gap they go. And here comes the try. It's Himeno. No, it's not Himeno. In fact, it's the number 5, Fakatawa, who gets over for Japan's first try. So they reply almost instantly here after just a minute after the first try. It's a try there for Fakatawa. And Amato Fakatawa gets his first try for the Rugby World Cup. High-paced game early on here. Chile very poor there, knocking that ball on from the restart and paying the ultimate price with a try to Japan. Will Chile be too spicy for Japan, says Farid. We'll have to wait and see. But Fakatawa over for the first try for Japan. Will we see something special in this game? 2 tries in a matter of 8 minutes. It's looking pretty decent for a good commentary game. Got about 65 people watching. Don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Matsuda will now try and convert this one for Japan. Yeah, he struck it well, and it's 7-7 here after 9 minutes of play in this Rugby World Cup game. It's a Pool D clash between Japan and Chile in the Rugby World Cup 2023. Yeah, Nagare timed that pass to Fakatawa brilliantly, and Ayarza had no chance to stop Fakatawa so close to the try line. Almost 10 minutes gone. It's 7-7 here at the Stade de Toulouse. The deep restart taken by Japan, and a kick downfield from the fullback there, taken by Ayarza now. Ayarza, he's going to run it up to the halfway line. He's very slippery, is this fullback of Chile now. And Escobar takes it up to just short of the halfway. Torrealba now. Ayarza again now gets the pass away. And slowly making some ground there is Chile now, working it with the forwards again. It's Eichmann who takes it up for Chile on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Torrealba now gets it out there to Carrasco. Still the ball available. Torrealba the scrum half, gets it out again, taken up by Escobar again. Torrealba, slow ball for Chile now. Comes back again. Now it's Salvador. Long got a pass, hospital pass, but they get the ball away to Escobar again. And here's an opportunity as they go on a run. Oh, just a little knock on there from Garafulik. And attack now for Japan from the 10-meter line. Now the referee blows on his whistle and calls for the knock on. Well, it wasn't Garafulik, it was Savadra who got into space there. But how about the pass, the offload there from Videla, who was under pressure there, got the ball out to Escobar, the number 8, and then the pass out to Domingo Savadra, the outside center of Chile. Had a little good run, but then just got knocked on in the tackle there. Scrum down to Japan on the 10-meter line, about 5 meters out from the right-hand touchline, inside Chile's half. 7-all, that first scrum goes down, and we will have a reset again. Chile had a very good opening scrum there, matched Japan really well with that first scrum a little bit previously. Luke Stevenson's again, very good pronunciation of all the players' name. Well done, sir. Thanks, Luke. This one, probably the toughest one so far for me. There's a free kick to Chile now from that scrum, and they'll be very happy about that one. I've never done a Chile game before, and Japan we don't see very often, so very difficult to do the commentary. But thank you, Luke. Right, so Fernandez now. What are they going to do? They're going to scrum it here, is Chile. So that's a strange call. Normally, you would see them kick it. 71% possession going to Chile at the moment after 13 minutes of play in this game. Marius Broderick says Japan going to eat some sushi today. So let's see how this is going to go. Torrealba to feed this one in the scrum half of Chile. What can they do with this one? Considered as the underdogs today. Japan has come a long way since their trashing in 1995 against the All Blacks. Torrealba into a bit of space. Here they go. It's Garafulik into space now. Gets the pass away. Here they come. It's Escobar now. They're going to need support just outside the 22. It's Salvador got the pass away now. And still come Chile now. Torrealba looking for a bit of space now. It's taken up by Ashman just outside the 22. Here they come again now. It's taken up by Salvador, Clement Salvador this time. There's two Salvadors here. Domingo Salvador and Clement Salvador. Fernandez gets it away again for Della now. Up over the 22 they go. Here's Ayarza now takes it up just 15 meters out from the try line for Chile. They are going to get this out, and it's taken by Escobar. Again, two Escobars as well in the side, the hooker and the number 8. So just inside the 22 now, as they've been driven back a little bit here, is Chile. But still they got it. Torrealba now tries to go on his own, got smashed in a tackle, but got the pass away to Escobar. Now it's Ayarza again, and beautiful little pop passes here from Chile, but isolated on that occasion. It gives away the penalty for holding on. It's a great steal there on the ground by the hooker of Japan, Sakate, who wins the penalty on the ground. But how good was that break from Garafulik and the support play from Escobar? I can tell you what, this Chile side is really playing a really good game at the moment. And Japan will have to be very careful. But Suda to kick this downfield. From what I've seen from the attack, it looks reasonably good from Chile. However, we'll have to wait and see how the defense holds up. 15 minutes gone in this first half. It's 7-all here. Fernandez got the opening try for Chile. And then Fakatawa came back with a try for Japan. Sakate now to throw this one in. It's taken well by Jack Nelson now. And Japan now controlling that ball at the back. Sakate now in control, gets the ball out. They're going to work the blind side here. There's a bit of space now. Naikabula chases after it, a knock on from Ayarza. And it's going to be a scrum down to Japan. 15 meters out from the try line here. Just putting that pressure on Chile. And a little grubber through, not controlled by Ayarza. And he knocks it on. And it's going to be a scrum down to Japan. 15 meters out from the try line. About 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Inaki Ayarza has had some really good touches in this opening 16 minutes of the game. And let's see what Japan can do from here. Clinton says, I think Japan underestimated the Chile team. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But it's all going to come down to the defense of Chile. Attacking-wise, they look really good. So another scrum now to Japan. It's another reset here. Japan haven't been able to win a scrum. They got a free kick against them on their previous scrum, and the one before that was a Chile scrum, and they did really well to get that ball out quickly. So 17 minutes gone. It's 7-7 here as Nagare will feed this one in for Japan. It's controlled at the back now. Nagare breaks off the back and gets it out. Matsuda, oh, he's knocked it on. And now here's a counter-attack opportunity. Oh, no, it's a penalty to Japan. They say there was an early tackle there, says Nick Perry. So a penalty and a chance for Japan to go into the lead for the first time. Let's just have a look. Yeah, it was Gara Fulik who made the tackle there on Nakamura. So I just got the timing wrong. So they're not going to go for goal here. Here's Japan. They're going to go for the corner. So 18 minutes played and a chance now for Japan. Rebel says Wales-Fiji will be a good game. Absolutely. Two very big games coming up. The Springboks against Scotland and Wales against Fiji. The throw-in now taken. Oh, it's over the top there from Japan, but they managed to regather the ball. So just 2 meters out from the try line now. Nagare gets it out and they drive it with a forward. It's a penalty advantage coming for Japan as well. And yeah, there's the penalty. So another penalty this time for offside against Chile, and they need to be careful in this red zone. And says, I agree, playing good rugby, and so Scotland, I hope the Bokke have their night tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Clinton says Fiji is playing good rugby as well. So decision time now for Japan. What do they do? Are they going to have a shot at goal? Are they going to kick for touch again? Yeah, it looks like they are going to kick for the corner yet again. So they want to try. So the forwards, Himeno, Shimokawa, Leach, Fakatawa, Cornelson, Jiwangu, Sakate, and Keita Inagaki. I expect one of these forwards to maybe go over for a try now, as it's well taken by Cornelson. And here comes the driving maul from Japan now. So they make their way forward. They're still going. No. Oh, wrong side. The ball was on the other end. There was a group that went over the try line, but the rest couldn't do it. And the ball's unplayable. And Chile wins a scrum. Brilliant defense. And a bit of argy-bargy going on there, as Himeno didn't like what the one prop had to say. Matthias Ditas had a little bit of a chat there to Himeno. It was to Fakatawa, and he definitely didn't like that. Gave him a bit of a shove in the face, and on they went. So scrum down to to Chile now, 5 meters out from their own try line. But what a fight from Chile at the moment. The first 20 minutes of the game gone, and I think we might have a water break as well now. Yeah, so the water break is there. And yeah, it's become a custom here at the Rugby World Cup that after every 20 minutes of each half, there is a water break. And in my case, we have a lung break as well. So, yeah, I'll keep on, but just having a little bit of a lung break quickly. So 20 minutes played. Chile opened up the scoring with a brilliant try from the flyer Fernandez, and Japan hit back through Fakatawa. But since then, it's been an even Stevens game with Chile having a couple of really good runs throughout this first half. And Japan will have to be very careful. I think they will still win this comfortably in the end, but definitely a great fight from Chile in their first ever Rugby World Cup game. So yeah, water break here at the Stade de Toulouse. It's 7-all after 20 minutes of play, and we will come back to play with a 5-meter scrum to Chile right on their own try line. So hopefully they will be able to clear this ball away. So time is back on now, and it will be a scrum down to Chile, 5 meters from their own try line. Let's see what they can do with this one. They need to have another solid scrum. Their scrums have looked pretty solid so far. So Torrealba will feed this one in for Chile. And that scrum goes down again. So we've had a couple of scrums now go down, and Nick Berry will have to start be a little bit more clinical there at scrum times and award a free kick or a penalty, because he is wasting quite a bit of time with this ones. I think already 3 or 4 minutes wasted in this first half due to reset scrums, and it's not something that we want to see. So, yeah, reset scrum again. Chile with the feet, 5 meters out from their own try line. Will we see something special from this Chile side today? Torrealba feeds it in, and another solid scrum at the back. Escobar picks it up. Nearly got through Nagare there. 5 meters out from their own try line. As Torrealba just slowly getting that ball back for them. It's taken up by Titus, the tight head prop. Controlling that ball really well. Playing very risky rugby here from their own try line, really. As Torrealba goes to the box kick over the top and looking to find touch, and does so round about 5 meters outside of the 22. So still a good attacking opportunity here for Japan. So I've just seen an interesting stat there. Japan has made 44 tackles to the 13 of Chile so far, which tells you a tale on its own. So a throw-in now coming for Japan, and it's taken now. Here they come on the attack. It's taken up there beautifully by Naikabula, the left winger of Japan. It's Matsuda gets it out, flat pass to Nakamura, and the ball has gone backward, knocked backwards there, says the referee. So Japan still have possession right on the 22-meter line. Nagare switches there, long cut pass to Matsushima, back on the inside, and very sloppy from Japan, getting pushed back to between the 22 and the 10-meter line now. They're going to try and work it through the forwards there. It's Kiwon Gu takes it out. Now it's Matsuda Nakamura. Brought down quickly. Nagare now, they're losing ground here. Fakatawa takes it up. They're almost back on their own 10-meter line of Chile. As a little pass back inside to Matsushima. He gets helped very well in the tackle by Chile. Nagare now. Quick hands here from him, and now a chance here for Riley. He gets brought down right on the right-hand side of the field. Slow ball coming back. Nagare now. Gets it out to Sakate. Ball pops out the back door there for Japan. They're losing ground here, but a penalty advantage now to Japan for offside from Chile. Nagare now with another chance. Matsuda gets the pass away to Leach. Leach now. Leach just 5 meters out from the 22. Nagare pick up and go quickly now. Nakamura gets it out to Ku. Still Japan come now. They've got an overlap but a knock on. And we're coming back for the penalty to Japan. And we will have a stoppage in play as one of the Japanese players have stayed down. Rebel says, I'm glad Falco won Curry Cup B division. I haven't been following that quite a bit, Rebel. Up luck says, hi there. In comparison with football, Chile and Japan is like two African teams playing against each other. Cheers from Chile. I wouldn't probably say that. Japan is a tier 1 nation now, and Chile's certainly playing like a tier 1 nation at the moment. So I must say some very impressive rugby from them. But I think Ditas, the tight head prop, could be in trouble here for a very late tackle on one of the Japanese players there. So this could be trouble for them. It's the last thing that Chile would want now is to get a yellow card for a late tackle like that. Yeah, it's very late indeed. So, and it's dangerous as well. Not a high tackle, but he sliced into the back legs of him. So we could see a yellow card come for this. Segren, the captain of Chile now, being called by the referee. And yeah, here comes the yellow card for Ditas. And it's going to be a bunker decision as well. So it might turn into a red card, depending on what the panel decide. Marius Brodrijk says Japan going to eat some chili sushi. So Matthias Ditas off with a yellow card here for Chile as well. It was a bit of a cheap shot, to be quite honest. And the fact that he got injured could maybe cause for a red card to be given here after the review. So it's not looking good for Matthias Ditas and the Chile side. They are without a prop, so that means they're going to have to lose a flanker now to make way for a replacement prop forward after the first scrum, which is going to probably be soon. So 7-all here after 24 minutes played in this first half, and Chile are impressing quite a bit. Craig Kukamur says another bunker. How many bunker decision is that now from the start of the France game? Well, I think we've seen about 6 of them already, Craig. So time is back on now, and Japan has kicked to the corner here, 5 meters out from Chile's try line. An opportunity now to take advantage of that one-man advantage and get some points on the board. Clinton says, remember in 2019, Japan beat Bok in the opening game? No, that was not the case. It was in 2015, Clinton. So we went on to make the semi-finals and just lose to the All Blacks by 20 points to 18. Right, so Japan now driving on, just relentless defense from Chile, and they've turned this ball over. Can you believe it? Torrealba now waiting for this ball to come out. Let's see what's going to happen. Goes to the box kick over the top, and that's going to fire a touch right on the 22. So what did happen in 2019 is Clinton, Japan managed to beat Russia, Scotland, and Ireland before finishing their win against Samoa in the group phase, and then got knocked out by South Africa in the quarterfinal. Interlet asks, what is wrong with the knee target tackle? So there's nothing wrong with that tackle, Interlet. So because it was so late, it was dangerous because the player didn't see it coming, and in the end caused the player to go down injured. So I'm guessing there isn't a rule against that. There is a rule against a grass cutter tackle where you go in below. Yeah, well, actually, that was below the knee, so that could have been considered as a grass cutter tackle. Anything um, below the knee oh, how can I explain this? Difficult to explain, but uh, but yeah, it definitely was dangerous in the regard that it was late and the player stayed down. So over the top goes Japan on this occasion, and it wasn't straight. So it's got to be a scrum down to Chile. Well, nothing is going right for Japan at the moment, and Chile holding their own at the moment. Clinton says, "Okay, thanks. Got my ears mixed up a little bit there." Daniel van Rede van Oudtshoorn says Chile 14, Japan 19 for a final score. Rebel says Jean-Pierre Rives was a wonderful flanker for France. Well, I don't know. I think it was a bit before my time, Rebel, but yeah, I heard he was a really good flanker. So Escobar now with the throw into this lineup for Chile. Saavedra takes that in really well. Clement Saavedra for Chile as they try and drive this one forward now as Chile slowly working their way forward, but not really gaining too much ground. Torrealba will have to get this out soon. Oh, they are making some headway here. Here's this Chile side and some great driving more from them as that ball now available for Torrealba, roundabout almost on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Now it's taken forward by Escobar again. Garafulik, the inside center, going to help him out there. It's Torrealba again now working it through the forward. Saavedra again. Clement Saavedra. Some good counter ruck there from Japan, but Chile solid there. As Torrealba again waits for it. He's going to, throws a little dummy and tries to go on his own, but he's brought down very quickly there. Segren now, the captain, taking that, gets it out to Fernandez, who puts it on the boot, and that's a really good kick from him, finding touch between the 10 and the 22 of Japan. Great kick from Fernandez. Quick throw in here from Japan, and it's Matsushima who kicks it downfield. There's nobody at the back for Chile, and that's going to be a 50-22 for Japan. Caught Chile off guard there, and a great kick from Matsushima. Ayarza completely out of position there, didn't expect it, and so 50-22 coming up for Japan. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I would also say it's only just a yellow card. So we'll see what the decision will be from the TMO. The time is off at the moment. So we'll see what that decision will be at the end. Right, so time has been stopped for an injury to one of the Chile players here. And I think it's one of the replacement. It's Salvador Luis, who might be feeling that a little bit. So let's see what the TMO decision will be in the end. I think because the players got injured in that move. Oh, there you have it. It's only a yellow card. So, it's just a yellow card for Matthias Ditas then. So he will be able to come back onto the field after his time has expired, which is in about 3.5 minutes from now. Right, so we will have a line out here to Japan now as time is back on here. Line out taken well there by Cornelson. And here comes Nike. It's Naikabula who takes it up there for Japan, and now Fakatawa. They're using those big runners at the moment. Nagara now, and a little chip through, but well read by Chile again, and then knocked on. And here's a chance now for Japan again. 5 meters out from the try line. waiting for it. Oh, it's stolen on the ground by Chile. And we're going to come back for the knock on from Chile, 5 meters from their own try line. Well, Japan just not able to capitalize here on all these opportunities that they've been given. They've had the territory, they've had the position, but Chile just ferocious in defense at the moment, and lining up in that defense is Karafulik, the inside center of Chile, who's done really well so far. We still got about 11 minutes to go in this first half here. Time has been stopped again by the referee, so just push back a minute there, because there was a time when I didn't stop the clock, and they did. And we are going to have a scrum here to Japan. They're going to have to make that replacement now because they have a prop in the bin. So we'll have to wait and see who they bring on here. Is Chile. Right, so just to get the number correct, I think it is going to be Salvador Luis who's going to come. No, it should be Inaki Guruchaga who should be coming on. Guruchaga is on the field, and it looks like it's going to be Martinez who's going to make way for him as well to come onto the field. So let's just see how this is going to turn out for Chile now. 73% territory to Japan, and it's highly likely that they will get a try from here. So let's see what's going to happen. Nagare then to feed this one in for them. Solid scrum this time from them as they get the ball out. They're going to work the blind side. Then Nakamura should be out. It's Naya Kabula who gets over for the try, it seems. Yeah, the try has been awarded. Then it's Naya Kabula, the left winger, who gets over for the try for Japan. Well, it's difficult to stop a big man like that so close to the try line. They knew it was man against man, and at the end of the day, Nakabula, a big left winger, and he won't be stopped that easily. So he gets over for the try for Japan. 12 points to 7 it is then. Yeah, it was man on man, just too strong there, and his leg drive, Torrealba had no chance of getting to him there. You look at the size of Torrealba and you look at the size of Nakabula, it makes sense. Ayarza tried to help him there, but it was already too late by the time he got there. So 12 points to 7 with the conversion to come now for Japan. Matsuda will try and convert this one for Japan. Super Hamas is lekker cool. 50-50 win Japan or Chile, says Eddie Kin. The conversion kick is a beauty, and it's 14 points to 7 as we go into the last 9 minutes of this first half. Naikabula, the left wing of Japan, finally getting over for Japan after having most of the possession and the territory for some time now, is Japan. Right, can they do some justice here? Chile down, still a man here. I think a minute or so left on that yellow card. It's taken in by Cornelson, just outside the 22 of Japan now. Nagare is waiting for it. They are going to go with the box kick over the top now, and the chase coming from Naikabula now. But, Ayarza's knocked it on, and it's now Japan on the attack here from inside the half of Chile now. Goes with another little box kick over the top, and the bounce of the ball is going to go into touch. So it will be a line out to Chile, around about 5 meters inside their own 22. So still 2 minutes left on that yellow card for Ditas. Yeah, Yarza just couldn't keep hold of that ball. Did well initially to go for it, but Leach put a lot of pressure on him and he knocked that ball on. then 2 little box kicks after that. And Chile now back in their own 22. Escobar with a throw in. They go to Eichmann at the back, and now it's Segren off the back now running. Still going is Chile up to the 22. They go to Relba now in possession. Goes to the box kick over the top. And the chase now coming from Fidela. Fidela slapped it back beautifully. And now to Relba again with possession and kicks it away. Hits a Japanese player. And it will be a line out to Chile on the 10-meter line inside Chile's half. And we've got another stoppage in play here as one of the Japanese players has stayed down. Oh, it's Nagare who got the full force of the rugby ball. That should be wind out. So he should be fine. And back on his feet now. So line out, it will be then to Chile on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Escobar to throw this one in. It is Diego Escobar taken in by Saavedra, Clement Saavedra. Now they take it up through the middle, but good defense from Japan stops them in the tracks. To Relba again now. Back it comes again to Martinez. So it wasn't Martinez, it was the other Escobar, Alfonso Escobar, who had to leave the field, the number 8, for that yellow card. So Fernandez now at scrum half here for Chile as they're on the 10-meter line inside their own half. That ball's not out, says Nick Berry, as Torrelba waiting for it. Now gets it back again, Martinez. Out it goes. Well, it looks like Escobar is still on the field, so I'm not sure who has left the field there for Ditas. But Chile on the 10-meter line, still in position. Ayarza now gets it out to Segren. Another pick up and go from Carrasco. Now Torrelba. Ayarza again. Ayarza on the halfway line, brought down by Japan. They looked really good on the attack. 10 phases already from Chile now. So just work it through the forwards again. Torrelba, the scrum off. Back it comes to Fernandez. Taken up by Saavedra now. Up to the halfway line. Stolen by Japan though. And here's a chance for them as they kick it downfield. And the chase is on now. Who's going to win this one? It's going to be the touchline who wins it. About 15 meters out from the try line. It's going to be a line out to Chile. 15 meters out from their own try line. Well, great steal on the ground there by Leach. After 11 phases from Chile. Then just a kick downfield and the chase coming from, I think it was Matsuda. No, in fact, it was Fakatawa who showed some great pace there. Kisarelli, Franco, you can only watch it if you have a paid subscription somewhere. Otherwise, only commentary on YouTube. So Chile now back to 15 men, and they've done really well. As Escobar now with a throw-in stolen by Japan, though. And here's a chance now for them to attack. It's Nagaki who took it in. Now they're going to work it through the back line. Nagare, Matsuda, long cut pass to Matsushima. Matsushima into a bit of space now. Just 5 meters out from the try line. And a great steal on the ground. Brilliant stuff from Ayarza as he wins the penalty for Chile. 5 meters from the try line. Matsushima got isolated. Brilliant defense from Ayarza to win that ball on the ground. It looked like Japan was going to go for another try there, but some great defense from the fullback. And he wins the penalty there on the ground for Chile. 4.5 minutes to go in this first half. Right, 4 minutes to go in this first half. It's just 7-point game at the moment. Jamie Joseph doesn't look too happy with the Japan performance so far. Got some great coaches there. Mitchell as well as Tony Brown as well there in the coaching box. Escobar again, this time they throw it to Segren. A about between the 22 and the 10-meter line inside their own half now. Taken up by Martinez again. Torrealba now waiting for it. Taking his time with this one. Goes for the box kick over the top now. And the chase now coming, but well taken by Matsushima again. As they take it up to the 10-meter line now. Can Japan do something with this? Inagaki takes it up. Nagare now. So Matsuda gets it out to Masarewa. Gets stopped on the 10-meter line. And look how quickly that ball gets stolen by Chile again. But unfortunately, they hold on to the ball and concedes the penalty. Did great to steal the ball, but then went to ground and held on to the ball. Was Domingo, well, no, it was Escobar there, the hooker who stole that ball on the ground, but then just hold on to it as well. Well, there was a clash of heads there, and surely, they're going to go upstairs to have a look at it. We saw something very similar yesterday between England and Argentina, and it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here, because I think Matsushima could be the one in trouble who actually took the ball in, who got the head clash going there. Oh, well, that's going to be an interesting call. He spinned and then hit the head of one of the Chilean players. So it's absolutely ridiculous in the context, because, come on. They surely can't give a yellow card here to Chile. My word, that is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The captain's again getting a yellow card, which is going to be under review again, the bunker call. But I mean, there's absolutely nothing he could have done about it. How on earth could he have backed out of that? And how the hell could Matsushima have done anything about it? In fact, it should actually be Matsushima who should get penalized in this case, and not the captain, Sigren. But either way, it's a yellow card to Chile again. And this rule is just absolutely bloody ridiculous. I'm going to have to try and keep myself in from swearing in this one, because it's really ridiculous. Time is back on with 2 minutes to go in this first half. Sigren yellow carded for a foolish act from World Rugby, I would say. The rules are just terrible. 2 minutes to go in this first half. And Japan now on the attack, 10 meters out from the try line. The ball has been knocked on by Escobar, I think it was. And the referee going to call them back for that knock on. So it was in the tackle that he knocked it on. Japan calling for a slap down there. But the referee having none of it. I don't know how you can have common sense and give a yellow card for something as that. Even himself, I know, he didn't want to give the yellow card, but had to give it because of the stupid rule that's in place. But I'm going to stop complaining about it now. Let's just hope common sense prevails, just in a yellow card and not a red card. With a minute to go in this first half, it's a scrum down to Japan. 5 meters inside the 22, 5 meters from the left-hand touchline. Nagare will feed this one in for Japan. Japan feeds it in. Nagare now controlling that ball at the back. Well, is Himano. Now Nagare off the back gets it out again to Naikabula. Penalty advantage for Japan now. Offside from Chile. Nagare now again. Matsuda, long cutter pass. Chile has gone forward. And we will come back for a penalty to Japan. They should kick this to the corner like they always do. Yeah, Clinton, I'm absolutely furious. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. It is Japan is going to have one last start here at the try line before half time. Time is up on the clock. Japan kicking to the corner, 5 meters out from the try line. And let's see, I'll definitely do a video on it. The ridiculous rule of World Rugby. It's the second time this has happened now. And yeah, definitely warrants a video for that late in the week. Right, here comes Japan from this driving maul now. Can they get over for another try? Chile trying to hold out, but they can't, and it's Fakatawa who dives over for the try for Japan. And it's 19 points to 7. And conversion to come here. Ja, Marius, kyk, ek sê jou, my bloed het gekook. Maar nou ja, daar's niks wat ek daaraan kan doen nie. Ons gaan aan. Japan just scored, so yeah, 19 points to 7. With the conversion to come at the stroke of half time. 40 minutes played in this game here in Pool D, and Chile can be proud of their first half effort. We've seen 2 yellow cards with a possible red card soon. But yeah, completely and utterly disgusted by the call on the last yellow card. It's just not supposed to be there. 40 minutes played, first half gone, the conversion to come, and we will have halftime. I desperately need this halftime break just to go and cool down a little bit. Could swear it's South Africa that's playing at the moment, the way I feel. But Matsuda now with this conversion attempt from out wide, and it's another beautifully struck kick. And that is going to be halftime. 21 points to 7 here at the Stade de Toulouse. And credit to Japan for keep going, and for Chile for the way that they have defended here and played. Greg says, shh, ek wil jou nie mis vir die res van die games nie. Ja, ons gaan ons beste probeer, Greg. Ons gaan ons beste probeer. So with that, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. It's halftime here. Japan's got 21. Chile's got 7. And we're looking forward to a good second half, hopefully, if it doesn't get destroyed by stupid rules in the game. But yeah, let's take a quick break. Right, guys, we are back here for the second half of this game, and just cool down a little bit after that ridiculous decision to card one of the Chile players, the captain, in fact, Zagrin. So let's quickly go and have a look at how these guys have performed so far, and we'll start with the backline of Japan. So Naikabula has been the guy that's tried to instigate some magic for this Japan side, the left winger of Japan. He's first half, along with Nagare, who's been at scrum half. Matsuda has been delivering the ball quite nicely. We haven't seen too much of Riley and Nakamura in that first half, but Matsushima has also had a couple of good runs in that first half. It's the right winger of Japan. We'll just bring that up. So there's the squad again: Semisi, Masarewa, Matsushima, and Naikabula. Naikabula having a really good game in that first half, along with Matsushima. And then Dylan Riley, very quiet today. Nakamura been watched really well in that midfield. Nagare is having a solid game at scrum half as well. Then forwards-wise, it's been Himeno and Michael Leach has been really good for Japan. Fakatawa scoring 2 tries already in that first half. The number 5 flank lock forward. We haven't seen too much of this Japan side in the first half. Not as dominant as I thought they would be. And even though the scoreline's 21 points to 7, I still think Chile might have been the better side in that first half. But still a lot to come. If we go and have a look at the Chile side so far, we've seen some really great performances from their fullback. Inaki Ayarza has been absolutely brilliant. The likes of Matias Garafulik has been very strong in defense, had a good break as well. And Torrealba and Fernandez are really having a good game at 9 and 10 as well, with Fadela and Velarde doing really well as well. So a very committed performance from a first ever Rugby World Cup game by Chile. And they're definitely looking like a team on the rise here. Is this young, inexperienced side of Chile. We look at the forwards. Alfonso Escobar has been brilliant, along with Diego Escobar, the hooker. And I must say, it's one of the areas where I think they've dominated this Japan side in that first half. The likes of Segren has been brilliant. Eichmann and Claire has carried the ball really well. Matias for a stupid tackle that he made. And then also now Martin Segren could get a red card for, I think, something that he didn't do. But regardless, it's the rule of the game, unfortunately, and something that rugby will have to look at and improve over the course of time, because we saw it last night as well with Tom Curry being red carded for the same type of incident. Not exactly the same. I almost would have gone as far as to say that it was the fault of Matsushima, the right wing of Japan, for that head clash. But in the end, it was Segren who got sent to the bin. And I just can't see how they cannot be giving a red card for that compared to last night as well. So, we might end up seeing Chile now play with 14 men for the rest of the game, unfortunately. But it is halftime here, and we should get into the second half real soon. Clash between the two sides has been even Stevens throughout that first half. Only Japan now, towards the end of the first half, that got 2 quick tries and been able to get that scoreboard ticking, and that's why they are leading by 21 points to 7 at the moment. But very disappointing as far as how things have progressed in that first half, because really I think Chile have been a better side in this first half throughout, and Japan has looked lackluster and really not playing up to their potential at all. But we'll have to see how it turns out in that second half. This whole brilliant first half was undermined by that last yellow card that was given. But we'll look past that now. It's over and done with, and we should see that turn into a red card just after half time. But yeah, Japan looking good. They lead by 14 points then, and well and truly on their way to a bonus point victory here against the debutants of the Rugby World Cup, Chile. But it's just definitely not been a one-way traffic for them at all, and they don't nearly look like the side that they were back in 2019 as well. So we'll just wait and see how the second half turns out. I honestly hope that Chile can hit back in that second half and really run this Japan side to their feet. But I guess it's not going to be the case today, and Japan should win this one quite comfortably in the end, especially if that yellow card's going to turn into a red one just after half time. But hopefully it will stay yellow, and they will be back to 15 men as well. But a great effort from Chile nonetheless in their first ever Rugby World Cup game. They've really pushed this Japan side in this first half with some really good breaks. Again, there's been some quality players all around in this side, and especially looking at Inaki Ayarza, who's been brilliant for them. He's solid under the high ball. He's brilliant in defence, and he can really have a run at the attack as well. So yeah, good player that Ayarza. First time that I've ever seen him play, and a guy like Santiago Fadela is showing some great pace as well. Domingo Savadra and Matthias Karafulik, especially Matthias Karafulik, has been brilliant in that number 12 jersey for Chile today. And then Franco Velarde, haven't seen too much of him in that first half, but I mean Fernandez and especially Marcelo Torrealba has been absolutely brilliant in that first half, and they definitely deserve an applause. Forwards-wise, Escobar and Martinez Ansegren, very solid loose forwards. I'm very impressed with the way that they play as a unit. Javier Eichmann and Clement Saavedra have been solid in carrying the ball up. Very impressed with this Chile side. Forwards-wise, Diego Escobar looks like a decent hooker. We haven't seen too much from Javier Carrasco or Matias Ditas so far in that first half. But for the first time watching this team, I must say I'm really impressed with how things are going for this Chile side. And yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, the newcomers to the world of rugby, and given time, maybe I think Chile could become a really good side. So good news then for Chile is that the bunker decision is that it will only be a yellow card then. In the first place, I don't think it deserved a yellow card whatsoever. So, yeah, I'm still not convinced by that. But we are going to get the second half underway now with Japan kicking off from right to left on my screen for the second half. Matsuda will get proceedings underway here in the second half. Here we go. Right, so will we see something special from Chile in the second half? It's taken in between the 10 and the 22-meter line inside their own half now. Ivalu's on for good for Japan, with the only change that I can see in this halftime switch. A little knock on there from Japan in the tackle, and Chile have the advantage here right on their 22. Torrealba now waiting for it. He's going to go with a box kick over the top now. Karafulik is chasing up after it, but it's well cracked and knocked on by Japan as Karafulik gets that ball beautifully for them. So still 5 minutes left on that yellow card for them. Play on, says the referee there, from a little fumble from Chile. Torrealba now waiting for it again. Gets it out to Titas now. Just charges up forward. Torrealba waiting for it. Looks like he's going to go with another box kick here. And here comes the chase from Karafulik and Fadela again. Some great cover defense there from Fadela. And he's managed to snatch that ball on the ground as well as that ball spills out loose now. But it looks like Chile have secured it on the 10-meter line. But the ball pops out and Japan has got it. A little bit scrappy there from both sides. Snagare gets it out now. Long they go. It's Sarewa who's got it now, and he's into a bit of space. Esarewa now just looking to get the pass away. Knocked backwards by Chile in that attempt to slap it down. And now they have possession here. Penalty to Chile on the 10-meter line inside their own half. So Chile with a penalty then, and Michael Leach penalised there. But what a good breakout there from the fullback, Masarewa, for Japan. We've seen some solid stuff here in this game from Chile. Look, I might be bloating up this Chilean side a little bit, but I mean, it's the first time that I've ever seen them play. They're a Tier 3 nation, and playing up against a Tier 1 nation, which should be almost a similar score to that of Romania yesterday for Ireland, and Japan is struggling to do that. So Escobar then to throw this ball into the line out here for Chile. Just outside the 22 of Japan. They get the driving ball set here. Escobar off the back now, and he's up to the 22. He goes. Pick up and go from Savadra. Just inside the 22, they go to Torrealba. Now into a bit of space. He's gone straight through Torrealba. He gets the offload, but there's a little knock on from Chile. And it's going to be a scrum down to Japan. 5 meters out from their own try line. What a little snap there from Torrealba. He's been brilliant today. Got the offload as well. But just unfortunately, I think it was Martinez who couldn't hold on to that ball. The number 7 flanker. Well, what a break there from Chile. Trilly says Chilean defense is no joke at the moment. Doing a great job. Is this Chile side. So it's scrum down to Japan. 5 meters out from their own try line, about 15 meters out from the right-hand touchline. Segren still got about 2 minutes in that bin left before he can come back onto the field as well. Nagare fed that ball now, working the blind side. Matsushima into a bit of space now. Oh, and a great cover tackle from Chile. And was that ball into touch? No, it wasn't. It's Fernandez now who's going to run. No, the touch judge flag was up. So it will be a line out to Chile anyway. But how about this defense from Chile at the moment? Doing a really good job. Matsushima 40 was into a bit of space. And he got easily dragged into touch there by the outside center, Domingo Savadra. So still a minute left on that yellow card for Segren, the captain of Chile. So Escobar then with the feet or the throw into this line out. And here comes another driving ball from Chile right on the 22-meter line. A breakout from Escobar now. He's brought down quickly and isolated as well. Penalty to Japan. So that was poor from Chile on that occasion. Sakate winning that penalty for Japan. Escobar has looked really good so far at number 2. Quickly taken by Japan, and now they're trying to run this from inside their own 22. It's Masarewa again with a kick downfield. Poor decision there from Japan to run that. Now it's Fernandez on the halfway line. Let's see what they can conjure up. It's Ayarza now. Ayarza gets the pass away now. It's taken up and it's still going. It's Savadra. Savadra still going. Is he into touch? Yes, he is. Just short of the 22. But what a run from the number 4 lock forward there. Was it Savadra? Just let's make sure. Yeah, it is Clement Savadra. Beat a couple of defenders there. And, they are going to go upstairs to have a look at something here. Let's hope it's not from Chile's side again. So 6 minutes into the second half. Let's see what they're going to have a look at. So Ayarza then. Oh, there was a hand there. So that could be a yellow card because that would have opened up the space for Karafulik definitely would have had an opportunity to run it up to the 22-meter line at least. So definitely not a try would have not been scored. But I think it was just a penalty maybe there to Japan for a little hand there, preventing that pass from going through. I think that would be the sanest thing to do. But you just never know these days. It is Nick Perry, by the way. So here comes the card. It's a yellow card to Japan for a slap down, and it's Riley who gets the marching orders here. No try would have been scored there. I don't understand that. I think the best they would have probably have been able to do was get up to the 22-meter line. But definitely no try would have scored. It's not in the red zone. I would have given a penalty only, but regardless, let's play on. It's a penalty to Chile, and they're going to find out on the 22-meter line of Japan. How impressive has Ayarza been? And even this Clement Savadra, the lock forward, has been brilliant. Right, so here comes Escobar, finds Eichmann. Javier Eichmann takes it up now. Escobar controlling that ball at the back. The maul is starting to go forward here for Chile. The maul has been pretty solid throughout this game as well, I must say. And now that they're back to 15 men and Japan down to 14, let's see what's going to happen with this. Still they come now off the back. Escobar now. He's going to get that ball out to Fidela. Now just 5 meters out from the try line. It's Savadra, Clement Savadra. Oh, all offside, surely Japan. But there's the penalty advantage now. Torrealba gets it out to the forwards. They're going to work it with the forwards now. Is Chile. Torrealba waiting for it now. Comes back Fernandez. He went for the cross kick, but it got charged down. But comes back into the hands of Ayarza. Ayarza, he deserves a try, but he's been held up just a meter short. Oh dear, and Torrealba himself also just a meter short. Now he dives over. That's a try to Chile again. A brilliant try there. And 21 points to 12 with a conversion to come. That is brilliant from Chile. No other team deserving more than this Chile side today. What a try. And tried the cross kick, got charged down right into the hands of Ayarza. He drew free 4 defenders, just got held up a meter short. Then Torrealba went for it. He got held short. And then it's Escobar, the captain, who, not the captain, Alfonso Escobar, the number 8, who goes over for the try. That is just magnificent play from this Chile side. Drilly says, well deserved. I'm loving this Chilean side. Definitely, I'm loving them as well. Great passion, great teamwork, and a year to play. 21 points to 12 with conversion to come. Well. Escobar scoring that try. Alfonso Escobar. There's 2 Escobars in the side. It's Diego Escobar, the hooker, and then Alfonso Escobar. Oh, they're going to let the clock run down. Will that kick be allowed? No. Anyway, it goes to the right of the post. So they need to be careful in the future because the shot clock already was at 0. So in all regards, that kick should not have counted even if it went over. But what determination, what effort, what team spirit this from Chile. Definitely the team of the tournament so far for me, as far as the minnows goes of this competition. 21 points to 12. We've got 10 minutes gone in the second half. The restart taken there by Fernandez now. Gets the pass out to Savadra. the Domingo Savadra. Now Torrealba again. He carries it up. Now it's Domingo Savadra again. Ayarza. Now it's Escobar again. Starting to play with a bit of confidence now. Torrealba with a kick downfield. And that's a really good kick from him. Goes into touch on the 10-meter line of Japan. A really good kick from Torrealba. And I must tell you what, this little nippy little scrum half has been my scrum half of the tournament so far. From all the scrum halves that's played last night, it was Alex Mitchell who did really well. But for me so far, this guy, Torrealba, has been absolutely brilliant. Line out taken by Cornelson now. Here they come, Fakatawa again. He's been difficult to stop by Chile today. He's driven back to the 10 though. Nagai over the top now. And who's going to get this? So it is going to be Japan who gets the ball. Nagare with another kick. It is Garafulik who's going to chase back after this one. This one is going to roll just 2 meters out from the try line. And Fernandez is going to kick this downfield. And he won't find touch. And here comes Japan on the counter attack. Now, what can they do from here? It's Naikabula again. Gets the pass away. Here's trouble as Japan makes their way forward now. It's Naikabula again, just 10 meters out from the try line now. Is there support for Japan? Yes, there is. They get to work in Agaki. Ditas needs to be very careful with his defensive efforts. Looked like a grass cutter tackle again. Now it's Masarewa who took it in. Nagare again. Out it comes through the forwards they go. Just working it through Himeno now. Still comes Japan. They work it once again. This time Nakamura driven back 5 meters out from the try line. They've got numbers on the outside. Surely, no, still not going to get there. Brilliant defense from Chile. They just tried to keep them up. Inagaki, 4 meters out from the try line. And here they go. It's a try to Michael Leach. And that's a beautiful try from Japan as well. A deserved try there for them. Right under the sticks, the former captain of Japan, Michael Leach, over for the try. Trilly says Chilean scrum half is class, really smart player and strong and same as their fullback. Yeah, Ayarza, another guy who's been really brilliant today. Clinton says Chile will eventually become a tier 1 or tier 2 team if they can imitate what Argentina has become. If they are not nurtured, they will stay minnows like Namibia. That is true. Very true, Clinton. So 26 points to 12 here after 13 minutes in the second half. Japan gets their bonus point, and Matsuda will try and convert this one from right in front. Remember, Japan is down to 14 men. The Springboks game starting at 6 o'clock South African time. We will start with the broadcast at 5 o'clock South African time, just to go through the team lineups and see how they mix and match together. Japan now 28 points to 12 after 14 minutes of play in the second half. So I guess it's mission accomplished as far as the bonus point goes. Now they just have to finish this game off. I don't think Chile are done with them just yet. Still 26 minutes to play in this game. Can Chile find another way back in this one? Right, here we go with the restart then from Fernandez. Well taken by Japan, just outside their own 22, about 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Now take it up through the forwards once again as Lewis is on for Carrasco for Chile. The Lucid prop been replaced. Also looks like Valu's on. No, we saw that a little bit earlier. The kick over the top, and they've let it bounce as Chile and loses it backwards, but Japan has managed to take that ball over, and here's a chance now. It's Masarewa Kicks it downfield. That's going to bounce. And not into touch. And nearly Matsushima got hold of that ball. Fernandez picks it up. But he's bundled into touch. But we will come back for the knock-on from Matsushima. Chile just letting themselves down a little bit there. Not clinical enough from that ball bounced once again there, and Matsushima nearly onto it in a flash. And yeah, so it will be a scrum down then to Chile from about 5 meters inside their own 22. Looks like Lemeki also going to come onto the field now for Japan. See who comes on for Chile now. There's replacements for them as well. And it's number 20 on for Pedrero as well as Laranes, who's on the field. Laranas on for Chile now. Right, so we've got 24 minutes to go in this clash. Who's going to come away with the victory? Looks at the moment like it's going to be Japan, but you just never know. So Riley's still got about 30 seconds left on that yellow card of his for Japan as well. So Torrealba then to feed this one in for Chile. A free kick there from that scrum goes the way of Chile. And it's one of the areas where they've really impressed so far is at scrum time. The kick downfield, and that's a really good kick again from Fernandez, but quickly taken by Matsushima inside the 22, and now kicks it downfield. Not going to find touch, and here comes Ayarza again. No, it's Fernandez, sorry. He gets the pass away to Fadela. And just up over the halfway line they go now, Torrealba. Tita's taking the ball up just over halfway. Again, they come through the forwards this time. It's taken up by Savadra. Now it's Yarza. Got a Fulik, and again now it's the right winger there, Videla, who makes a bit of ground. Ayarza once again now. It's Martinez scored on the 10-meter line inside their own half now. Here's Chile playing a bit of backward rugby now. Fernandez. Oh no, it's Ayarza. Show and go from him. Now Fernandez gets the pass out. Oh, and it's just, the replacement there, Larenas, who couldn't hold on to that ball. So it will be a scrum down to Japan then. Yeah, Larenas just couldn't get to that ball. Lemeki had him covered anyway. But very passionate is this Chile side. Right, 28 points to 12 it is at the moment. And back onto the field comes Riley's yellow card has expired. So Japan has made 103 tackles to the 70 of Chile. Missed 26 tackles by Japan and 14 by Chile. What a game it's been. Also coming off the field now is Inagaki. He's going to be replaced by Miller now. Good game from Inagaki as well. So it's a 16-point lead for them at the moment, and one that they would want to keep hold of. So in fact, they are going to have that water break now. So let's just run that minute back. So not sure why they are running the water break so early, but yeah, still about 2.5 minutes before the 20. So that's a bit of a surprise. And so with that, like we've come accustomed to, I'll go for a lung break as well. Just switching off the screen then for that. So 28 points to 12 it is here. And it looks like Japan will be home and dry for this game. I initially said that they were going to win by 35 points, I think it was. But at the moment, it's 16 points, and Chile has proven himself very good today. So it is going to be a line out to Chile, in fact. So it's not going to be a scrum. So they could have made the choice either a scrum or a line out, and they've opted to go for this line out. Bomi and Ignacio Silva also coming onto the field now. So Escobar, the hooker, goes off, and I think it could be Escobar, the number 8, also going off. So Diego Escobar and Alfonso Escobar. No, it's actually Martinez who's going to leave the field for Chile now. In fact, it is going to be a Japan line out here. So not sure what the call was there, but either way, time is back on now. And it's going to be a line out here to Shotahori, who gets the pass out, the line out, and here comes Japan now on the attack. From the 10-meter line of Chile. Penalty to Chile there. Holding on is the call, and a great work done there by Silva, who's just come onto the field for Chile. The replacement flanker there for Chile. Great work done there. Wins that ball on the ground. Penalty to Chile. 28 points to 12 it is at the moment. The kick into touch. It goes round about 5 meters out from the 22 of Japan. Chile will have to score now if they want to win this game. But what a performance from this Chile side on debut in the Rugby World Cup. Tier 3 nation up against the Tier 1, and is still very much in this game. It's over the top and skew as well. So Bome not starting well off here, as it will be a scrum down to Japan. Not a good throw in there from Bome, the replacement hooker there. Scrum down to Japan now, between the 10 and the 22 of Japan as well. So inside the Japan territory. Will we see the floodgates open up at some stage for Japan, or will Chile be able to hold on? We'll have to wait and see. There's still about 20 minutes to go in this game. 28 points to 12. Japan lead Chile at the moment. The scrum feed there from Nagare. Scrum has gone down, but the referee says play on, and here they come. So Matsushima trying to get more involved in this game. Got hammered in the tackle though. And Japan under a bit of pressure. Now they get it back again to Ivalu. Ivalu takes it up now. Shotahori waiting for that ball. Nagare still controlling it at the back for Japan. Roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Goes with a box kick over the top, and the chase now coming. But well taken by Ayarza again for Chile. Torrealba now waiting for it, gets it back Fernandez. It's Segren who takes it over the 10-meter line for Chile. Torrealba again now. Ayarza with a little chip kick over the top. He's going to chase his own kick, and he's done beautiful to get it back now. It's Escobar who's got it. And now it's Salvador who gets the pass away, but loose from him now as it's carried up there by Carvalho or Pedrero. Still they come though, is Chile on the 10-meter line of Japan, but there's a forward pass, says the referee, and we will have a scrum down to Japan. Well, how good has Ayarza been? And I'm very, very, very impressed with this guy's play. I'm almost thinking about picking him as my fullback for the team of the week, but geez, like there's been so many good fullbacks in this tournament already, with the likes of Freddie Stewart and also Thomas Ramos. So I think it would be a bit of an injustice if we put Ayarza there. Just a stoppage in play for an injury to one of the Japan players now, as Saito comes on for Nagare as well. But very impressed with the fullback of Chile. He's been very good. So too is Matias Garafulik and Rodrigo Fernandez and Marcelo Torrealba. But Greg says the heat in France is terrible at the moment. So Saito to feed this ball into the scrum for Japan. We've got about, I'll just run that clock back a minute again because we didn't check that out, but we've got about 20 minutes to play in this game. 20 minutes left in this one as Japan leading by 28 points to 12. Lucas Carvalho also onto the field now in the place of Ayarza, who was phenomenal today. Absolute applause for this number 15 of Chile. Right, so time is back on then, and it's a scrum to Japan now. As Saito, the replacement scrum half, will feed this in for Japan. Roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. They're going to work the blind side here as they get over the halfway line, but it's been turned over by Chile somehow. And here comes Segren now, the captain of Chile. Torrealba with the box kick over the top. And the bounce of the ball is Kaine Tilameki, who's going to kick this ball back and finds touch on the 10-meter line inside his own half. It will Chile. Right, so 18 minutes to go in this one. 28 points to 12 it is. Can Chile find a way back in this game? Still got 18 minutes to do so as the throw-in from Bomi finds his jumper very well. Cavallo there. And here comes the driving more. It's a penalty advantage to Chile. And maybe they should just use this and kick this into touch. Torrealba waiting for it at the back of this more. It's still going forward from the big men. And how impressive have the Chile forwards been today. It's one of the reasons why they're still in this game as well, I feel. Yeah, Torrealba trying to time the pass. Oh, what was that tackle on Garafulik? But they're going to come back for that penalty for a knock-on from Garafulik. But penalty to them. And, let's just see. Oh, that is a dangerous tackle, surely. Oh, not really. Cornelsen just got his arm wrapped around Garafulik after the whistle, really. Nothing too sinister in that. As we've got a stoppage on the clock again now for an injury. So penalty then to Chile. And what can I do with this one? Segren just having a word with the referee there. But the kick to touch now finds touch round about 15 meters out from the try line. Will we see a bit of magic from this Chile side? As Bome will throw this one in for them. Right, so Osada also on the field for Japan now. What can Chile do now with about 17 minutes to play? Oh, the line-out's been stolen by Michael Leach now for Japan. And the maul has been formed by Japan. Now Saito gets it out to Matsuda, who just sends it downfield all the way up to the 10-meter line inside Japan's half. Clinton Leal says, if Chile make debut this good, I can't wait to see what Portugal do on their debut. So, yeah, it's not going to be Portugal's debut, Clinton. They have played in a World Cup before, but I guess you mean in the opening game of the tournament. Okay, so Chile this time through Saavedra has managed to get that ball on the 10-meter line of of Japan now. Torrealba, has he knocked that ball on? Yes, he has, unfortunately. And it will be a scrum down to Japan. Right, how many minutes left in this game? De Niro asked. There's about 16 minutes left in this game, De Niro. 28 points to 12. Japan lead Chile here, a 16-point lead at the moment. And we've got another stoppage in play here. Just so many stoppages, so many injuries. So, yeah. It's one of those games that you would have expected Japan to walk away with. And in the end, it's Chile who impressed the most. Definitely very impressive from the debutants. They've been really good with about 15 minutes to play in this game. Saavedra, the lock forward, getting replaced there. He's had a monster of a game. Huete is on the field for Chile as well now. Also receiving some attention is the other lock forward, Javier Eichmann, who's been solid as well for this Chile side. Well, the fact that they're losing isn't damping the spirits of the fans that's here at the stadium from Chile. Looking really good on debut. How will they look in about 10, 15 years from now? All right, so we're back. The action is back. It's Saito with the feet, but a free kick to Japan now. And on the attack, they go just over their own 10-meter line. Saito now just waiting for this ball to come back. He is going to go with a box kick over the top then. And looking to gather this ball now. It's Fadela. Fadela nearly into a little gap there over his own 10-meter line. Torrealba now gets the pass away now. That wasn't a great pass, but it's taken well by Luis. Fernandez now, they're playing a bit backwards now as Chile, as Japan defense just trying to wrap them up now. They've still got possession on the 10-meter line. Taken up through the forwards there. Pomi. Torrealba again now. Back it comes to Segren. Torrealba just controlling that game so well at scrum half. Now Escobar gets it out to Saavedra. Domingo Saavedra. Torrealba again now back to Fernandez. A flat pass there to Guru Chaga. And a penalty there to Chile. Not rolling away is the call against Japan there, with 14 minutes left to play in this game. Penalized there was Warner Durns. No, it was actually Greg Miller, sorry. Greg Miller penalized there for not rolling away. So that kick has gone out roundabout on the 10-meter line of Japan, and Chile trying to push on here. They look a little bit tired now. And Segren also, the referee will have to stop the clock again. Captain Segren just receiving some attention there at the back. Antoinette Gerber says, hi Guru, I'm so late, but thanks for the game. No problem, Antoinette. Spelling says, julle is dood stil my mater. Right, so what will Segren do here? Japan just needs to hold out just a little longer, and they will have this game in the bag. But hats off to Chile for having a really awesome game today. Javier Brito says, come on, Chile. So what can Chile conjure up from here on the 10-meter line of Japan? They will have this throw in. Pomi to throw this one in for them. Another try could make things interesting here. Right to the back arse. Stolen again by Japan, and this time they get it. Clinton says, yeah, Portugal last World Cup was in 2007. Played 4 games. Right, so Saito now waiting for this one, going over with the box kick here. The chase coming from Matsushima, and they've managed to recover this. Is Japan on the 10-meter line of Chile now. They've not looked impressive today as Japan, though, but hats off to Chile. There's an overlap here for Japan now, but closed down very quickly by Chile. Here's Shotahori now. And he's driven back to the halfway line as well. Slow ball coming back for Japan now. Right on the halfway line. They get it back to Matsuda, who's going to go high up into the air with this one. Nobody really chasing after it. And now Fernandez has got it. He's going to try and have a run here, but he's knocked it on. And it will be a scrum down to Japan between the 22 and the 10-meter line inside Chile's half. Greg Kukamur says, Guru, learn some non-English Afrikaans, flip for the Bokke game. Awesome commentary, Guru. Thanks again. Thanks, Greg. So the thing is, if it even just sounds like a word, it's gonna be picked up by this system, unfortunately, Greg. Don't know exactly how it works, but yeah, it just blows my mind sometimes. But I'll be fine, I think. Just got my blood boiling a little bit earlier with that poor rule in World Rugby at the moment. But yeah, it's been great so far. SB says, much better than certain TV commentators watching TV while listening to your commentary. You're a bit before the footage, though. Doesn't matter, however. Thanks, SB. Right, Saito again to feed this one in then for Japan now. What can they do? Can they get a couple more tries here? As it's a breakout here from Matsuda up to the 22. Nice, Saito gets it out to Cornelson, or is it one of Dean's there? And now it's Leach again. Leach still going. Just 7 meters out from the try line now. Penalty advantage coming for them. Miller takes it up. Still short. And do they still have possession? Here is Japan, though. Yes, they do. 5 meters out from the try line, trying to work the short side. Saito going on his own. It's again Warner Deans, who goes just 3 meters out from the try line. And the referee's going to call him back for the penalty here. Almost right in the middle of the field there. And I think they might just go for goal here because they already got the bonus point. Antoinette says, Guru for goal, the best channel. Thanks, Antoinette. Clinton asks, is the Bokke game being shown on TV besides DSTV in South Africa? I think SABC will also be broadcasting it, Clinton. I think they did strike a deal with multi-choice on that one. So I think it's just a problem with the open view people that will not be able to watch it. I think that was the only downside of that deal. Right, so do we have a stoppage in play here? We might just stop the clock a little bit because I see they're showing highlights and stuff now. No, the clock wasn't stopped, so let's just continue there. So scrum down decided to be taken there by Japan. And Saito now will feed this one in for them. Which way they're going to go, left or right here. Perfect position on the field. Gets the penalty advantage from the scrum, and now Saito back on the inside to Nakamura, and he will dive over for the try for Japan. And that will wrap it up as a contest as well. So 33 points to 12 it is then. And will we see the floodgates open up now? Nakamura gets the try for Japan. Domenico asks, what are you doing for a living? So if I'm not doing commentary here on the channel and playing around on YouTube, Domenico, I'm actually a game design consultant for a company. So we are currently busy creating a video game. But as per usual, we're not allowed to talk about anything about it. So, yeah, that's basically all I can say is that I work for a gaming studio, currently busy developing a game. Right, so the conversion to come here for Japan. Domenico says you must go work for Supersport. Well, who knows? Maybe in the future, Domenico. But currently, very happy where I am at the moment. It would be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? Be Domenico. The conversion goes over, so 35 points to 12 it is. With 8 minutes of play left in this one. Japan has finally been able to just break free from this game. And you can see what it means for Segren, the captain of Chile. They've given their all today. But in the end, Japan just too strong in the end. 35 points to 12, 7.5 minutes to go now. As Japan has taken that ball from the kickoff. Just outside the 22 now. Still taken up by Japan at the moment. Zaki Fenter says, I cannot wait for the Boca game. Saito going with a box kick over the top there. And the chase now coming. They've managed to slap it back. But Escobar has managed to regather that ball for Chile. Now Torrealba gets it out to Segren, who takes it up over the halfway line. Torrealba again. Now back it comes again to Fidela. Fidela just up over halfway now. Not held in the tackle. Driven back now to Torrealba again. Oh, he's knocked that ball on. And now turned over by Japan. It's Shotahori. He gets the pass away. Turned over by Chile, though, as it's Bome who takes it up now. Carvalho with a bit of a hospital pass there. Stay on. Lands into nobody's hands there. But managing to secure it again was Chile there. Now taken up once again by Chile, but a knock on, and it's going to be a scrum down. And yeah, with 6 minutes to go, it's going to be a scrum down to Japan. Domenico says, I think DSTV will become redundant eventually, and channels like your broadcast the games. Live stream will be more dominant, in my opinion. I don't know, man. I think they are very strong at the moment. I think the fact that they got the broadcasting rights for a lot of stuff, I don't think so much DSTV, but Supersport in general, a very strong global unit, and with the rights that they've got, I don't think that will ever happen, Domenico. But yeah, it's one of those things, I don't have 5 million rand to buy the rights to show a Springbok game on YouTube. If I did have, I would have probably done it, but I would have probably not made my money back on it, being at YouTube. But you never know. But that's the price you have to pay to be able to showcase one game, about 5 million rand. Right, so scrum down here for Japan. And with 5 minutes to go, can they get another try at 2? The scrum has gone down. Little grubber through, nobody really chasing up after that. And then into touch it goes, about 15 meters out from the try line of Chile. And they will have the line up with 5 minutes to go. Zaki Venter Fra Guru, who will win. So I'm hoping that it's going to be South Africa, Zaki. But it's going to be a tough one. But I'm expecting the Boks to pull it through. Right, Bomi then with the throw in quickly to Escobar. And about 10 meters out from their own try line, they try to get this ball out to the forwards. Just set it up again. That's Carvalho now. Got his hands on the ball here. Right, the kick downfield then from Chile. Not going to find touch though. And here's a chance now for Lemeki. Lemeki, such a dangerous runner when he's got ball in hand. Now into space they go. Oh, it's been knocked on by Japan with a couple of numbers there for them. So missed opportunity there for Japan as they get that ball out for Dela now. Fernandez with a cross kick there. Will he be able to collect it? Torrealba's got it and now Fulik has made a bit of space now. Gets it back to Torrealba. He scored on his own 10-meter line though. And the referee has blown on his whistle here. Stopped the clock. And let's see what this is all about. What could possibly be the problem here? Oh, well, a little above the horizontal maybe here. Nothing too serious. Just a late tackle. Clinton Neal says 3.2 million South Africans have open view. And I know, that was the argument, Clinton. There's going to be 3.2 million people that won't be able to watch it on open view. Right, so what will the call be? He did bring him down rightfully. I think it was just a late tackle. So that's going to be a penalty then to Japan, just inside the 22 of Chile. Zaki Fenter says the Springboks has a good team. Absolutely. So they're going to kick this to the corner with 3.5 minutes to go in this one. Can Japan finish this one on a high? Another try would give them about 30 points if they convert it. And that would be very close to what I predicted they will win by. Chile just letting slip up just a little bit here towards the end now. As Japan now gets the driving ball going. It's looking pretty decent for them. Did he come in from the side? No, says the referee, play on. So well done there again by Chile to stop that movement. But, Matsushima can't collect the cross kick. And it's going to go into touch 5 meters out from the Chile try line. Well, 2.5 minutes to go. It looked like Japan was going to get the try there. Greg says the review teams on the red card decision need to sort this nonsense out. What's a red in one game is a yellow in another. Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I think common sense needs to prevail with certain decisions. I mean, there was no way Tom Curry could prevent that from happening last night, and certainly no way Segren could have stopped that from happening as well. So Chile, under pressure, they had to dot that down over their own try line, and Japan will have a scrum down 5 meters out from the try line, about 5 meters out from the right and touch line. Dominico says Springboks will win and dominate, but Scotland will surprise us, so won't be surprised if they topple Ireland. Yeah, that could easily happen as well. Fakatawa been called man of the match here just for scoring 2 tries. I don't know if that was the right decision there. I think there was better players than Fakatawa today. But then again, credit where it's due. Curry's red was so bad, says Greg. But it is what it is. I mean, did he go and do it on purpose? I don't think so. Matsushima now just a meter short of the try line. Shota Hori not able to get over as well. They're going to need a scrum off now. Here's Japan. Another pick up and go, and over the try line they go. Held up, though, is the call from Nick Berry. And let's just see what the touch judge have to say. So they are going to go upstairs to have a look here. Silvano says, buon giorno utiti voi dalla Italia. So not sure what it means, but I see he throws a couple of Italian liners now and then for me to try and pronounce and translate. Yeah, that's a try, so that should be no problem. A try's been awarded then by the referee, and with less than a minute to go, score now 40 points to 12. So with less than a minute to go, let's see what they can do. Zaki says, I like your channel. Thanks, Zaki. Really appreciate it. Yeah, there's the try. Downward pressure was there. So 40 points to 12 with a conversion to come. Can they make it 30 points? So I did say I think 35 points it was in total. I had Japan to win this one. Right, so the conversion to come from Matsuda just to wrap this game up. Time is up on the clock. Greg asked, our chats mostly box. The chats are mostly box, Greg, but I definitely try to be as what's the word? Can't get to the word now. Mind is blowing. It's 42-12 here full time. So I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, I think is the word. Dominico says, your channel has helped me a lot with no DSTV. Thanks, Dominico. Really appreciate it as well. So that wraps it up here. Japan 42, Chile 12. It's going to be an interesting wait here. We've got 3 hours before the box game. We will be starting at 5 o'clock with the broadcast just to go through the team lineups and discuss how they match up and mix up. So I will be back at 5 o'clock South African time for that. But for now, I think I am going to leave it at that. Antoinette, you asked who the ref. Well, what do you think of the ref tonight for the Bokke? I actually didn't see who the referee is. Let me just have a quick look here and see who the referee is just before I go. So the referee for tonight's game, Angus Gardner, he's a decent referee. I like him, you know. A lot has been said about Angus Gardner, but for me, he is a really good referee, probably one of the best out there at the moment. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt tonight and to see how it goes. Right, so guys, I'm going to wrap it up from my side here today. Thank you for all the support. It's been brilliant. Japan got away with a 30-point victory and very much expected. But what I didn't expect was to see a very, very good Chile side on debut. But until later, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. I will see you guys at 5 o'clock South African time. Cheers for now.